So I'm going to be diving into the Star Wars universe. I am starting on The Empire Strikes Back, but because I have watched A New Hope, it was actually the first thing I ever reacted to, and that's why it's never seen the light of day, because it was really bad. So note to self, if you're going to do something, the first time that you do it, maybe don't choose something like Star Wars, because it's not going to be good and you're probably never going to end up posting it. So that's why I'm starting on The Empire Strikes Back, but I have watched A New Hope. And I did watch it all the way back in March, so I did watch like a refresher video. Because even though I did remember some things, like I wanted to make sure that, you know, I was like up to date. And yeah, it's really exciting to start watching these films because there are certain films like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings that really changed things, like changed everything, and they paved the way to get in the series of the films that we have now. And it's one of those things that's like, I really wish I was around to have witnessed it. Because my dad talks to me about obviously being a kid when Star Wars comes out and how it, like I said, it just changed everything. And it was just like, I guess I could say that I have, you know, I've witnessed the peak of the MCU. Like watching Avengers Endgame when that came out in the cinema for the first time, like that, just like the experience of it, it's just, I love it. Like, and again, I wish Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, the two films that's like I really watched, that I was around to have been able to like witness the experience of it. Another one is Scream, which I know is like really random, but because obviously as a fan of horror films really died in the 90s, and then Scream came out and it just changed everything. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, they just changed the way films are. It's just really interesting. And the reason I'd actually never watched Star Wars before, even though I knew I would like it, is because my dad's favorite films are Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. So since I was a kid, my dad was like, oh, you need to watch these, they're like the best films ever. And you know when you're a kid and your parents tell you to do something, to like something, and you're just like, no. So that's why I didn't. I did cave in and watch Lord of the Rings in lockdown, but I've only watched Lord of the Rings and I haven't watched The Hobbit. From what I've heard, like obviously The Hobbit isn't as good as Lord of the Rings. Same with Star Wars, because with The Empire Strikes Back, this to me sounds like it might be like considered to be the best one or the fan favorite, but I think it depends, because I think people who grew up watching the originals prefer the originals, and then people who I think probably more around my age prefer the prequels, I think, with Anakin. I haven't heard anyone say that they prefer the Disney ones, I have to say, and I know there's like a lot of controversy with those ones, which is another thing that I'm excited to just watch to see how I feel, you know, when you watch something that, you know, has divided people, just to kind of like see what I think and where I stand. But obviously I have to watch all of these ones first. So this is what confuses me, because this is episode 5 and I think the last one was episode 4. So I had to like Google when I started watching it, like which ones do I start with, because the numbering doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how it works. I don't know if this is me, like it's really obvious and I'm just missing it, but yeah, I don't understand the like numbering of it. Okay, so I've just read that. I've read that, like, I'm not gonna read it out loud basically, because I wanted it to sink in. But isn't Darth Vader Anakin's, not Anakin's, Anakin is Darth Vader, right? Like I said, I know some things because obviously it's so big and it's so big in pop culture that obviously I like know stuff. So I think there's the iconic phrase like, Luke, I am your father. And because I know that Ben was talking about Luke's dad and he said that he died, right? But I think he's obviously not going to be like, oh no, your dad just turned really evil and he's Darth Vader. Is this when Yoda's going to appear? There are two characters that I really want to see that we haven't seen so far, which is Yoda and what's his face that they mentioned in The Boys, the one that everyone finds really annoying. Jar Jar, that's who I'm thinking of. Everyone says like he's really annoying and it's like, I want to see him. Yeah, because it said they were on a snow planet. How old is he supposed to be? Because they call him a kid, but he doesn't look like a kid to me.
You smell something?
Okay. Like, he doesn't, like, he looks like he's in his 20s, but he doesn't look like, was he supposed to be like 16? It's so weird seeing Harrison Ford look like this because I just obviously know him from what he looks like now. I also love watching interviews with him because he's just so over everything.
All right, don't lose your temper. I'll come right back and give you a hand.
Also, I learned some stuff about Star Wars from that Family Guy episode. That's about Star Wars. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, and she kind of likes him because at first they didn't get along in the first film, but they seem to kind of like each other now.
General, I gotta leave. I can't stay anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
Where are you going?
yet if I don't pay off Jabba the Hutt, I'm a dead man.
You gonna say goodbye?
Well, Your Highness, guess this is it.
That's right.
He's gonna be back.
Don't get all mushy on me. So long, Princess.
Han, we need you.
Well, what about you?
I know.
Wasn't she included in We?
Am I? Then why are you following me? Afraid of...
They're just blocking the whole hallway.
She's been trying to get you on the communicator.
I turned it off. I don't want to talk to her.
Why is he being so...
I don't know where he is.
Nobody knows where he is.
What do you mean nobody knows?
Well, you said...
Deck officer!
Yeah, let's go find him.
Between ourselves, I think Master Luke is in considerable danger.
And he would be right. Respect him for going out and finding him. So was he just captured by like some creature that looked like a Yeti?
Don't say things like that. Of course we'll see Master Luke again. And he'll be quite all right. You'll see.
But you just said he's in danger. See, R2-D2's a real one. I couldn't imagine anything worse than being stuck somewhere like this. I mean, I've only seen snow, like proper snow, like twice in my life. And it was nothing like it is obviously in countries where it snows a lot. It was just like a little bit. But nah. I think snow's fun like temporarily, but I don't want to like be stuck somewhere. Love snow.
The shield doors must be closed.
Close the doors.
Yes, sir.
R2 says the...
Oh, you look so sad. Oh.
R2 has been known to make mistakes
Yeah, let's read the room.
from time to time.
But in life, I am C-3PO. Like, the first film, the way that he just complained about everything all the time, that's me. Is this real, or is he
Ben?
imagining it?
Go to the Dagobah system.
Dagobah system.
There you will learn from Yoda.
So Yoda is going to be in this. Snow worlds are the worst. You know when you're playing Mario and you get to like the snow world and it's just like snow world, underwater world. Underwater worlds are the worst. And you got snow worlds, and then the deserts depends. You're just gonna have to carry him.
Hang on, kids.
Ugh. Oh, to warm him up. So I came across a video on Instagram the other day, and it was like behind the scenes of films. And with Star Wars, it was showing that for a lot of the like scenes that you see, that they're actually like drawings or like mini sets that they like made. And I just think that's really cool, and I think that's what I really appreciate about watching films like this. And I also had it with Alien, where practical effects just age so much better than special effects. And I do know that these are remastered versions, so they have changed some things to obviously make them look better. But I just think that's so cool, and it makes me wonder why we've stopped doing that and just relying so much on special effects, because I think that's just so much more interesting, and I think it stands the test of time almost, where you can watch these films years later and they still look good. Like with Alien, I was blown away, and like I said, I know that some of it's remastered, but it's like it just still looks really good. Whereas if with a film that uses special effects, it might come out 5 years ago, and at that time everyone was like, wow, these special effects look amazing, and then 5 years later you watch and it's like, oh no, it didn't age well at all. I do hope, because I think now with the new Star Wars, I don't know, films or series, they have like these things where it's like this giant TVs. So it's not like a green screen, it's like the giant TV and the actors in front of it. So I think obviously it looks better than a green screen, but it's like, but why can't we just bring back creativity? Like, I know that special effects, like I really can't imagine. I tried to play around with like special effects and After Effects. It's like, I can appreciate just how long and how difficult it must be, and it seems like such a cool thing to do. So I know that it is art, but I think the issue is that these special effects artists get rushed, and that's why like they have to meet these deadlines and they don't give them the time that they need. But I don't know, I know this is completely off topic, but it's just one of the things that I appreciate when watching films like this. Just the creativity that went into it. I know at the time they didn't have the technology that we have now, so they did kind of need to do stuff like that. But I still think that's really cool that someone came up with these ideas to do it that way. I'm surprised they're allowed, like Luke was allowed to just go out by himself. Like this place seems so, I don't know, it just seems dangerous to have just one person out by themselves. Is Luke still inside that thing? Who's this? Is that Luke? Is this like a healing tank or something?
Good to see you fully functional again.
Thanks, Luca.
Was I calling him 3CPO and it's 3PO? I've always called him C3PO, I don't know why.
I think you just can't bear to let a gorgeous guy like me out of your sight.
You need to learn how to flirt a bit better, Han.
Well, I guess you don't know everything about women yet.
What are we doing? And he's all happy about it. Why are we being so weird? Oh, these are things that Darth Vader sent.
I didn't hit it that hard. Must have had a self-destruct.
But now it knows where they are. This is the music that I want to play whenever I walk into a room.
Chewie, take care of yourself, okay?
We all love Chewie. Aww.
General, there's a fleet of Star Destroyers coming out of hyperspace in Sector 4.
Yeah, we gotta leave, and we gotta leave now.
Vader, the fleet has moved down to flight speed and we're preparing to...
He can kill him from there?
Are you dumb?
How can they work for someone like that, though, that has no... doesn't care about his own, like, men?
Feeling all right, sir?
Just like new, Dak. How about you?
See, I would be shit myself, to be honest, but that's just me. Yeah, I was gonna say, couldn't you get like a rope or something to like tie them together? Could he do something now that he's not in his ship to the things? I don't know. What are they called, walkers?
And get to your transports!
Oh, wait for me!
That is me. Oh, there's more of them. I thought there's only 2 left. You're actually really big. They looked smaller before. Don't leave him by himself, though. Yeah, we gotta really go now. Have they changed the Stormtrooper mask, or are these just different types?
Sir, might I suggest that you... It can wait.
What's gonna happen to Luke now? He's by himself.
R2!
Oh, okay, he's there.
Just setting a new course.
Oh yeah, because he's not going with the rest of them. He's gonna go find Yoda.
Sir, might I
Shut him up
suggest...
or shut him down.
Maybe we should listen to 3PO.
What are you doing? You're not actually going into an asteroid field.
Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna be able to lose them.
That looks pretty good.
That looks pretty good.
Are they gonna hide in one?
Looking nice.
Excuse me, ma'am, but where are we going?
I hope you know what you're doing.
I don't think he does.
Too.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up any cities or technology. Massive life form readings, though.
Is this gonna be where the little teddy bear things are?
Which Star Wars?
One with the teddy bears, duh.
Down there. Yes.
It looked like it might be. And I wonder if this is how Leia gets kidnapped by Jabba, because obviously Han owes him a lot of money, so he might take Princess Leia as like payment.
R2?
Is there something in the water? There is something in the water, okay. Not R2.
I feel like we're being watched.
I'm looking for someone.
You found him.
Put that down. Now we...
Hey! It's my dinner!
I was not expecting Yoda to be like this.
Hey!
The way that he moves in that reminds me a little bit of the Gremlins.
R2, let him have it.
Don't beat him. Why is he a little creepy? Is this like an act that he's putting on? I don't know why, I was expecting him to be all like serious and stuff.
Stay and watch after the camp.
Don't leave him alone.
I'm afraid you'll have to replace it.
Well, of course I'll have to replace it. I think we better replace the negative power coupling.
Maybe you should actually start listening to him for once.
It's so difficult sometimes.
I do, I really do. You could be a little nicer, though. Come on, admit it.
So could he, though.
Occasionally, maybe. When you aren't acting like a scoundrel.
See, I get what they're going for with the whole, like, good girl, bad boy, who's kind of arrogant, but if a man spoke to me like he speaks to Leia, I would just not be into it, I have to say.
He could be turned. He would become a powerful ally.
Yes. Can it be done?
No.
Or die, Master.
I don't think he would ever join.
Why wish you become Jedi?
Yeah, is this like a test? He's like testing him.
You are reckless.
You need to live in the moment.
He is too old.
How old do you have to be to start, like an actual kid? Yeah, we gotta go. Now.
Listen!
Are you crazy?
They can never catch a break, like there's always something.
I'll stay behind and guard the ship.
Me.
You're like rock.
Are they in like something's den? I love him. You're in like a nest for them or something? Or did they send them in to lure them out?
The cave is collapsing.
This is no cave.
What?
They're in something's like a creature. Oh. I love Yoda just holding on. So who can become a Jedi? Can anyone become a Jedi, or can only certain people with certain qualities become one?
Your weapons. You will not need them.
He just has to use the Force. I don't like this. But to be honest, as long as it's not spiders, I'm okay. You know? I'd rather it be a giant snake than a giant spider. Is this like a psychological thing then? I was expecting some like big monster. So it's like a mental thing, and that's why I said you don't need your weapons. Is this the whole your worst enemy is yourself type thing? And he's just out there chilling.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, hello.
No disintegration.
I've seen him. I don't think it's the same character, but the same uniform. Isn't that the one that Pedro Pascal's in?
Goodness, we're coming out of the asteroid field.
Probably gonna end up somewhere worse.
I can't anticipate.
How did they do that?
I shall assume full responsibility for losing them and apologize to Lord Vader.
I think he's just gonna kill you.
No. We'll never get it out now.
Can you use the Force to get it out?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
Just gotta open your mind and be open to all the possibilities. Instead of limiting yourself.
You want the impossible.
But it's not impossible though, like he's telling you that it is possible. You're just like, take notes, boy.
I believe it.
You literally just saw it. Does he just kill every single person that does something like wrong or just doesn't? Surely he doesn't have this many men to just keep doing that.
I saw City in the clouds. They were in pain.
It is future, you see.
Oh, Luke said he saw them in the clouds, so this must be where he saw them.
See? My friend.
I have a feeling they're not friends.
And who might you be?
Leia.
The princess.
My facilities are at you.
Why does everyone always ignore him?
Oh my. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. No, please don't get up.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
This place seems too nice. There must be something weird going on.
Luke, you must complete the training.
They're my friends. I gotta help them.
You'll be able to help them if you finish your training though.
Luke, I don't want to lose you to the Emperor the way I lost Vader.
You won't.
Just stay.
Fire up the converters.
They've literally been telling you the whole time to be patient.
That boy is our last hope.
No. There is another.
Who?
Something's wrong here. No one has seen or knows anything about 3PO. He's been gone too long to have gotten lost.
Oh, now you care about him? Are they gonna scrap him for parts? I love Chewie.
Would you join me for a little refreshment?
Let's not.
Having trouble with your drug?
No. No way. No way.
What about Leia and the Wookiee?
They must never again leave this city.
That was never a condition of our agreement, nor was giving hand to this bounty hunter.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly?
Yeah, maybe don't question him. So what's the plan here? To talk to them for information about Luke?
You fixed this all real good, didn't you? I've done all I can. I'm sorry I couldn't do better.
I mean, I guess he didn't really have a choice. I mean, you can't really say no to Darth Vader, but... And they're gonna make them watch
What's going on?
Solo possibly die.
To cop and freeze.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me.
The Empire will compensate you if he dies.
Is Leia gonna offer up herself instead? Is he like... No way he's dead, right? He's not dead.
Well, Calrissian, did he survive?
Yes, he's alive.
Okay.
And in perfect hibernation.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what Luke can do, honestly, to get them out of this situation. I don't think he can do anything. Yeah, so like, what's the plan?
But you are not a Jedi yet.
You're never gonna be able to beat him. How did he do that? He must have done that on purpose. I didn't think Luke was going to be able to put up this much of a fight with Vader, to be honest.
Join me, and I will complete your training.
I'll never join you!
Yeah, I mean, you just sliced his hand off.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. No.
Luke, I'm your father.
It's not true.
It is. But the thing is, now that he knows that it's his dad, he's definitely not going to join him now. Jump. He's going to jump. Was the plan to just fall and die, or did we know we were going to like survive this? He's doing all this with just one hand as well. I don't know how he's even hung on for that long. Like, he's really committed. How did they do that? Is that... I mean, I don't know why I was like expecting him to never have a hand again. I suppose this is like futuristic and they'd have solutions for it. Okay, so that was The Empire Strikes Back. I definitely enjoyed it more than the first one, so I can see why it might be like considered like the best, but obviously I'll have to watch the next one. I think this is it 3? I'm not entirely sure, but either way I'm excited to watch the next one, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.